Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So recently the only pen drive that I had stopped working. So I tried this on different computers but it still wouldn't recognize. So I had to purchase another one, and this time I went with Kingston. So I went with the Kingston Datatraveler Exodia, and the one that I've got is the 64GB version. This pen drive comes with USB 3.2, a generation 1 interface. This drive is available in 4 different capacities, and the colors also correspond to the capacity that they come. So the one that I've got is the blue colored version, which corresponds to the 64GB of capacity. It is also available in white colored version, which is 32GB of capacity, a yellow colored version with 128GB of capacity, and finally the red colored version, which comes 256GB of space. So as you can see, this is how the drive looks, and it is quite big comparatively other drives that are available in the market. And this is the packaging, and for this drive I paid about 480 Indian rupees, that's about $6 US. So this is how the packaging looks. If you take a look at the bag, you can see this is the sticker. Not much information given here, you can't read much. There was some sticker apparently which the seller took off. I don't know what that had. So without any further delay, let me just take the packaging out and see how the drives look from inside. And also, if you're looking at the warranty sign, you can see that it comes with a 5 years of warranty. Anyways, let's just take the drive out and see how it looks from inside. So let me just cut this with a knife. So there we go. Let's see if it is, yep, it's open now. Let me just get the drive out. There it is. So as you can see, this is how the drive looks. Let me get rid of the packaging now, and this is the cap. So the build quality seems very strong. I am very happy with the build quality. At the back you can see there is some information written about the pen drive. On here you can see there is this divot. On there it says Kingston, and the capacity is also written here. The plastic ring at the back is very strong, so you can easily pass through your lanyard, and you will not forget your pen drive anywhere. Now I'm not a fan of small pen drives because they are easy to lose and very difficult to find if you put them inside a backpack. So a bigger size is a little easier to find if you're keeping them inside a backpack. So the only drawback is that it comes with a cap. I like the retractable pen drives because you lose the cap and then it doesn't look very good anymore. Let's see whether the cap fits at the back or not. So the cap does fit at the back, which is also a nice touch to the drive. The green colored ring looks very nice also. So this is how the pen drive looks, and comparatively I've got a small HP pen drive, so you can see for some people it will be a little bigger because you can get drives as small as this one. This is from HP 8GB version, but you can get this size pen drive in bigger capacities as well. So there is that. I personally like bigger drives because they are easier to find, and the lanyard hole is also much bigger. On this one you can see the lanyard hole is very small. I've seen people with broken plastic part. However, on this particular drive it hasn't broken yet, so there is that. So without any further delay, let's just put this drive into a computer and we'll see the speed test, and we'll see how much capacity out of the 64GB we actually get out of this drive. So first impression is very good. I'm very happy with the drive, looks genuine. Let us plug this in an old computer, and then we will put this in a USB 3.0 compliant computer, and then we will test the speed of this drive, because not all of us has a computer that comes with a USB 3.0 port. So let us do that. Alright, so let us plug this pen drive in and do a small speed test. So as you can see, here is my motherboard and these are my USB 3.0 ports. So I'm not sure if you can read there or not, but you can see that it says USB 3.2 generation 1. So these are the blue colored ports. So let me just plug the pen drive in. So it's plugged in. As you can see, it detected right away. So our pen drive got detected. So let me just go to my computer first. This is my PC. As you can see, it is now detected, and the available space on the pen drive is about 57.6 GB. So out of 64 GB we are only getting 57.6 GB. So there is that. So let us switch to Crystal Disk Mark now. So here is our Crystal Disk Mark window. As you can see, I have started the Crystal Disk Mark. I've selected the pen drive, which is our E drive in this case. I have selected only a single pass, but I will do the test with 5 passes after that. We're transferring a file of about 1 GB, and let us start our test. I will pause the video and will come back when the test is finished. Alright, the test has finished, and this was the single pass test on 1 GB file. You can see the sequential read speed is about 99 megabytes per second, and the sequential write speed is about 48. If we go to the random read speed, we have 10 megabytes per second, and the random write speed is very slow, as you can see in this case. So this is the test on a single pass. Let me just go ahead and do 5 passes on this one, just to get a little more consistent with it. Let me run this test on 5 passes and let's see what are the results then. Alright, the result have come out after the 5 passes. So after 5 passes, you can see these are the results that I'm getting. So I'm getting 99 megabytes per second sequential read speed, and random read speed is about 10 megabytes per second. The sequential write speed is also very good, 43, 45, and random write speed is not that good. So if you are transferring small files into the pen drive, it may take a little longer, but if you're transferring bigger files, a chunk of files, big files, then it will be much faster. So this was the result after when I did the test with the 5 passes. Alright, so we have done the test on the USB 3.0 port. Let me just do the test with the USB 2.0 port as well, and that should give us an idea how this pen drive performs on USB 3.0 as well as USB 2.0 ports. So as you can see, I've got one USB 2.0 ports. Let me just plug that in. It's plugged in. It got detected again. Let me fire up the Crystal Disk Mark once again. Let us select our pen drive again. So our pen drive is E drive, 58 point something GB. Let's click on start, and now we'll come back when the test is finished. So as you can see, this is the result that we are getting on USB 2.0 ports, and decent result, but I've seen better with different pen drives, but it is a little faster than my older HP pen drive. So there is that, a little faster than that. So these are the result on USB 2.0. Now let us do some real world testing. I will pick up a single file of 1 GB, and then I will transfer the file from my computer to the pen drive, and then I will transfer the file from my pen drive back to the computer, and that should give us a real world idea of what is the speed that we are actually getting. So let me just do that. Okay, so now let us do some real world testing of the pen drive. As you can see, I've plugged the pen drive in a USB 3.0 port, as you can see. So I've got a small file here, and if I right click on the file and go to properties, you will see that this is about 1 GB of file. Now we will see how long this file takes to copy from my computer onto the pen drive. So let me just open the pen drive first. As you can see, this is the pen drive. It's completely empty now. Let me drag this here. So let me just close this, right click on the pen drive and click on send to, and click on there. So before I click there, I've got a small timer here which is at the this mark. So let me make this 0. So let's go there. Let's start the timer first. 1 2 3. Timer is now running. Click on copy, and this is what the speed we are getting. So in the beginning we were getting about 40, 30 something, and then the speed instantly decreased to about 11, 10, 7 something at the moment. So now we are getting about 14.2 megabytes per second, and it is being consistent for very long now. So it seems like this is the speed that we are going to get, and this is sequential write speed. On random write speed we'll probably get much less than this. So the timer is running, and when it finishes we should have a good idea of how long it actually takes for a 1 GB file to be transferred from the computer onto the pen drive, and that should give us the write speed of this pen drive. So we are almost approaching the end of there. So as you can see where we've reached, so we are almost 1 minute mark now. The file is still transferring. Fairly consistent speed, 14.5. Let me bring the timer in my hand. 1 minute 16 seconds, 17, 18, 19, 20, and stop. So it took about 1 minute 20 seconds to transfer a file from my computer onto the pen drive. That was a 1 GB file. So for a 1 GB file to be transferred, it took about 1 minute 20 seconds. So write speed of this pen drive is that. Okay, so now let us do the opposite of that. Now what I will do is I will copy the file from the pen drive onto my computer, and that should give us the read speed of this pen drive. So as you can see, I've already got the file here. So let me move that to recycle bin. It's moved to recycle bin. So now let me just copy the file from the pen drive. I'll click on copy and I will paste the file on my desktop, and this should give us the read speed of the pen drive, and this should be much higher than the write speed of the pen drive. So let me just again reset my timer. Timer is now reset. I will click on paste. Before I click on paste, I will restart the timer. Timer is now running. Click on paste, and as you can see, it is much faster. We're getting about 90, 89 something speed, 87, 86, and let me bring in the timer now. Stop. So as you can see, it took less than 15 seconds to copy the file from the pen drive onto our computer. So the read speed of this pen drive is fairly good. So if you're reading bigger files, it will be much faster to read, but if you're writing onto the pen drive, it will be a little slower comparatively. So this was the real world testing of the Kingston 64GB Exodia 64GB pen drive, transferring a 1 GB file from the computer onto the pen drive, and then from the pen drive onto the computer. So this was my video on this Kingston Datatraveler Exodia 64GB pen drive. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.